mouth, exhale to let the breath go. One more time, inhale. Breathe into your fingertips. Feel the breath flow all the way down to the tips of your toes. Open mouth, exhale to release. Sealing our lips, engaging our ujjayi breath with your lips sealed. Inhale through the nose, creating a constriction in the back of your throat. With the lips sealed, continue to exhale. See if you can begin to deepen your inhalations. Lengthen your exhalations. One more deep breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. On your next inhalation, slowly pull yourself up to your hands and knees. Now take some time here on your own to find some movement. Beginning to soften any rough areas, any rough edges. Begin to send your breath and your movement into those areas. Maybe close your eyes. Draw your awareness inward as you begin to feel the sensations of your breath, your body from the inside out. Letting yourself open up the lines of communication between your breath and your body. Take another complete cycle of breath. Then we'll meet back in our neutral tabletop. Wrists underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. You can either tuck the toes or press the tops of your feet down. Take an open mouth exhalation to release your breath. Inhale to your cow pose. Drop your belly, lift the chin and chest, tilt the tailbone high. Exhale, tuck and round, find your cat, chin to chest. Lift your shoulder blades, press the mat away from you, and then float your belly towards your spine. Now begin to flow here on your own as you begin to create your own breath to movement connection. Feel free to incorporate any shapes that would help you continue to create space. And then just take this time here to begin to integrate into your practice. Let everything else begin to fall away until there's nothing left except you and your breath. Take another complete cycle. Then we'll meet back in our neutral tabletop position. Gaze down at your hands. Walk them forward just slightly so you unstack the wrists from underneath your shoulders. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Point your index fingers forward so a slight outward rotation of the palms. Tuck your toes if they're not already. Take an open mouth exhalation to release your breath. Inhale, find your bear pose. Hug the knees. Let your head drop, gaze between the heels. Begin to draw the belly towards the spine. Cat your shoulders, take a deep breath in. Exhale, send your hips up and back. Find your first downward facing dog. Feel free to pedal out your feet. Maybe sway the hips. Anything that would help you begin to let the shape feel familiar. Let your head hang heavy, release the back of your neck. Spread your fingers wide, rooting down through the knuckles, sending the weight into your finger pads, and then whenever you feel ready, begin to find some stillness. As you inhale, begin to draw your belly towards your spine. Feel free to soften through the knees. Exhale, imagine pressing your chest back towards the thighs. Find a slight sensation like you're in your cow pose as you open up through the heart and you tilt your tailbone towards the sky. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, send your heels back and down. They don't have to touch your mat, just lengthening through your calves. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. Bottom of your exhalation, gaze forward, bend your knees nice and deep. Tiptoe your feet behind your wrists, but your ragdoll, you're standing forward fold. Separate your feet hip width distance apart, perhaps slightly wider. Soften through the knees, let your upper body hang heavy. Maybe shake out the head. You can cradle the elbows. Feel your foundation, standing firmly. Mound of the big toe, pinky toe, and heel, so you can let the upper body completely release. Imagine creating space in your lower back. Not worrying too much about our hamstrings, just seeing if we can find some softness in the spine, the muscles of your face. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, release your hands to the mat if they're not already there. Begin to toe heel your feet together. Let your big toes come to touch. Heels are just a sliver apart. Soften through your knees. Tent your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Curl your chin toward your chest. Gaze up toward your belly. Take an open mouth. Exhalation to release your breath. As you inhale, slowly begin to rise, rooting down through the soles of your feet. Stack one vertebra over the next. Take as much time as you need to as you begin to float through the crown of your head. Do something here that feels good for your shoulders. Maybe take some big shoulder circles. You can interlace the hands behind your back. Maybe circle out the neck. Wherever you need to feel sensation, wherever you need to create space. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, release the arms by your side. Spread your fingers wide. Roll the pinky fingers forward. Spiral your thumbs behind you. Building our Tadasana, inhale, lift all 10 toes. Fan them wide. Exhale, place them back down and begin to shift your weight back and forth, side to side. Find your center of gravity. Inhale, squeeze your calves. Exhale, lift your thighs away from your knees. Inhale, draw your lower belly, pull it up and in, engage your Uddiyana Bandha, your core lock. Find your strength there. Exhale, curl the tailbone under just slightly. Neutralize your pelvis, stabilize through your hips. Inhale, sweep the arms high, energize through the fingertips, use the space around you. Exhale, invite your hands to heart center. Press your palms firmly together. Inhale, lift your heart to meet your thumbs. Open mouth, exhale. Building our Sunny flow together. Inhale, sweep the arms high, Tadasana mountain pose. Turn the pinky fingers inward, relax your shoulders. Inhale, lift the crown of your head, lengthen your spine. Soften the knees, exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. See how slowly you can release the fingertips all the way down. Find softness in your knees. Let your head hang and then invite your forehead to move towards your shins. Stay here. Inhale, now lift your belly. As you exhale, let the crown of your head hang. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Actively press your palms into your shins or your thighs. Gaze straight down so the back of your neck stays long, and then squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull the tailbone back. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. 2 more times. Inhale, breathing into your hamstrings, flat back. Exhale, release the hands, fold. 1 more time. Inhale, keep the belly nice and tight. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Adding on weight in the heels. Inhale, begin to rise to your chair pose. Maybe start with your hands on your hips. As you inhale, squeeze your ankles and knees firmly together. As you exhale, imagine spiraling your inner thighs inward. Inhale, draw your lower belly, pull it up and in, tuck the tailbone under. As you exhale, sit back into your heels, soften your shoulders. Inhale, biceps next to the ears. Exhale to fly it back, pause here, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift your thumbs towards the sky, curl the tailbone under. Inhale, sweep the arms forward. Exhale to fly it back. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch your arms forward. Exhale to fly it back. Straighten your legs. Inhale, burst up, firm the thighs, lift the gaze. Forward fold, exhale, hinge from your hips, lead with your heart. Swan dive or hands can melt through heart center. Inhale, halfway lift once again. Exhale, fold, plant your palms, spread your fingers wide. Step your feet back to our first high plank, top of a push-up. Maybe rock your hips side to side as you press your heels away from the crown of your head and begin to find strength here. Keep the face soft. Inhale, lift the thighs, draw the belly towards your spine. Exhale, cat the shoulders, press the mat away from you. Maybe gaze just at the top of the mat. Inhale, shift your weight forward, roll onto your toes. Toes or knees. Exhale, chaturanga. Let your elbows raise the rib cage nice and slow. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra pose. Pause here. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Actively press through the palms. Maybe micro bend your elbows. Root down to the tops of your feet. Take another deep breath in. Tuck your toes. Exhale, hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Adjust your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slow breath out. 2 more times. Inhale, find length in your arms. Exhale, soften your heart towards your thighs. 1 more time. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. Bottom of your exhalation, gaze forward. Bend your knees nice and deep. Lightly step, hop, or float top of the mat. Let your big toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. Soften through your knees. Inhale, slowly begin to rise. Circle the arms high, find length through your fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Putting all of that together, 1 breath to 1 movement. Inhale, circle the arms high, maybe lift your gaze. Forward fold, exhale, hinge from your hips, lead with your heart. Release the fingertips, let the head fall. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. Weight in your heels. Inhale to your chair pose, biceps next to your ears. 1 exhale to fly it back, so low, lift the backs of your hands. Burst up, inhale, straighten the legs, lift the gaze. Exhale, hinge from your hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, use the entire breath to move. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float, high to low push up. Inhale, rise, upward facing dog, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Adjust your feet, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Building our sun bee flow from here, step your feet together. Inhale, lift the right leg high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee open and stack your hips. You can stay here and breathe as you point the right knee towards the sky, or maybe find some movement. Maybe circle the ankle or find big rotations with the knee and thigh. Press firmly through both hands, let your head hang. Inhale, re-extend the right leg high. Drop your right hip to meet the left. Energize through the right big toe. Exhale, knee to nose. Cat the shoulders, chin to chest. Maybe lift up onto the left big toe. Inhale, re-extend. Use your strength rather than momentum. Exhale, knee to nose. Just for a moment, pause. Gaze between the hands. Tent your right fingertips. Cat the shoulders, lift the right knee even higher, and then gently heel toe the foot through between your thumbs. Let your hips move forward. Stack your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Your back heel stays lifted. Now find some movement here in your low lunge. Maybe circle the hips out, maybe back and forth, side to side, creating space in your right hip, as well as the left hip flexor, and then maybe even the right hamstring. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, return to your low lunge. Inhale, lift your heart, pull the collarbones from center. As you exhale, spin the back heel flat, turn the toes towards the side wall. Inhale, sweep the arms open, find your warrior 2. Maybe stay here and breathe. You can do something here that feels good for your shoulders. Rolling to the knife edge of your right foot, your back leg is straight and strong. Begin to stack your hips underneath your shoulders. Spread the arms wide, take a deep breath in. Exhale, actively press the palms down, finding some movement here. Inhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms high, maybe press the palms together. As you exhale, find your warrior 2, press the palms down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift your thighs away from your knees. Exhale, warrior two. One more time. Inhale, sweep the arms high, maybe lift the gaze. Exhale, warrior two, maybe deepen your lunge. Pause, take a deep breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach the right arm forward. Find length on both sides of your rib cage. The right elbow or knee can open up the right thigh. Left arm either straight up or towards the front of the mat. Turn the pinky finger down. Do something here that feels good for your left shoulder. Maybe draw big circles, perhaps cactus, or maybe play with your half bind. Let yourself find length in the left side body. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, return to your extended side angle. Adding on, inhale, reverse triangle, both legs straight once again, and then sweep the right hand towards the back of your mat. Bump your left hip into the right, neutralize your pelvis, little or no weight in the supporting hand, just let it be there to stabilize you. Take another deep breath here. As you exhale, draw your arms down to shoulder height, gaze at your back foot, maybe toe heel it in just slightly to shorten your stance, find a little bit more stability. Bump your hips towards the back of the mat. Inhale, stretch the right fingertips forward as far as you can. Triangle Trikonasana as you exhale. Right arm down, left arm high. So no need to move really deep. You can keep the right knee soft, but imagine lengthening up through the left fingertips. Lifting your thighs away from your knees. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, bend the right knee. Reverse warrior. Inhale, sweep the rib cage up and back. Spread your right toes. Reaching through the fingertips. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, maybe deepen your lunge. One more time. Take a deep breath in. Perhaps lift the gaze. Exhale, circle the hands, plant your palms, step the right foot back to meet the left, flow here. You always have the option for your three-legged dog to your one-legged chaturanga. Skip your flow altogether, press back to downward facing dog. So whatever your option is, connecting your breath to your movement. Pausing in downward facing dog, take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Stepping your feet together, other side, inhale, stretch the left leg high. Exhale, bend the knee, open and stack your hips. Perhaps stay here or find movement. Drop the left shoulder to meet the right. Keep the heart squared towards your mat as you open up through the hips. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, slow breath out, re-extend the left leg. Inhale, square the hips. Knee to nose, exhale, cat the shoulders, chin to chest, press the mat away from you. Inhale, re-extend the left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, pause here, cat the shoulders, tent the left fingertips, lift the left knee even higher so as slowly as you can, heel toe the foot through between the thumbs. Let your hips move forward. Tent your fingertips underneath your shoulders, back heel stays lifted. Now take some time here, finding some movement on this side. You can even lower the right knee. Maybe let the left knee open, creating space in your left hip, the right hip flexor, maybe even the left hamstring. Take another big breath in. Exhale, return to your low lunge. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, spin the back heel flat. Find your heel to arch alignment. Rise up onto your fingertips. Warrior two, as you inhale, leading with the right arm, windmill the arms open. And then begin to settle in here. Release your arms. Maybe draw your hands to your hips. Let the left knee open towards the pinky edge side of the foot. Roll to the knife edge of your right. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Re-extend through the arms. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, actively press the palms down. Finding movement on the side. Inhale, straighten the legs, sweep the arms high. Exhale, warrior two, press the palms down. 2 more times. Inhale, sweep the arms high, maybe gaze up. Exhale, relax your shoulders. 1 more time. Inhale, imagine moving the space around you. Exhale, warrior two, pause here, take a deep breath in. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach the left fingertips forward as far as you can. The left elbow or forearm rests on top or to the inside of the thigh, and then do something here that opens up the right shoulder. Maybe it's big circles, maybe it's a cactus, maybe finding stillness. Tuck the left hip under, roll the top hip open. Take another deep breath here. Relax your left toes. Exhale, return to your extended side angle. Press down through your feet. Inhale, reverse Trikonasana or reverse triangle. Lengthening through the left fingertips. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, squeeze the inner thighs. Exhale, draw your arms to shoulder height. Gaze at your back foot, maybe toe heel it in just slightly. Shorten your stance for a little bit more stability. Bump your hips towards the back of the mat, reaching the left fingertips forward. Inhale as far as you can, and then exhale, left arm down, right arm high. It doesn't matter how low you go, but actively lengthen through your top fingertips. Squeeze the inner thighs, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the left knee. Reverse warrior, inhale, sweep the rib cage up and back. As you inhale, lengthen through the left side body. Exhale, maybe deepen your lunge. Inhale, maybe gaze up towards your top hand, take it up and back. Exhale, circle the arms, plant your palms, float. High to low, your pace, your breath, your variation. Inhaling on your upward facing dog. Tuck your toes, exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Option, stay here in your down dog. Maybe rest in your child's pose, grab a sip of water, towel off. So that's our sun bee flow. We'll put all of that together, flowing one breath to one movement. How's everybody feeling? Okay, any questions? Awesome. Whenever you feel ready, returning back to your downward facing dog, we'll meet there. Let yourself reset, recenter. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Finding our sun bee flow, one breath to one movement. We'll take it nice and slow. Step your feet together. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest, cat your shoulders. Inhale, re-extend the right leg high. Use your core, lift to the right big toe. Exhale, gaze forward, heel toe the foot through between the thumbs. Find your low lunge. Back heel stays lifted, tent your fingertips. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, spin the back heel flat, turn the toes towards the edge of your mat. Warrior two, inhale, sweep the arms open, find your lunge. Extended side angle, exhale, find length in both sides of the rib cage. Maybe gaze up towards the hands. Reverse triangle, inhale, press down through your right foot, straighten the legs, sweep the right hand towards the sky. Exhale, draw your arms to shoulder height, maybe toe heel the back foot in slightly. Inhale, reach the right fingertips forward as far as you can. Exhale, triangle Trikonasana, right arm down, left arm high. Stay here, inhale, actively lengthen through the top fingertips. Bend the right knee as you exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, let one pose melt into the next. Exhale, flow, high to low. Windmill the arms, plant the palms, and then find your own breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale, tuck your toes, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let yourself reset. Other side, step your feet together. Inhale, reach the left leg high. Knee to nose, exhale, chin to chest, press the mat away from you. Inhale, re-extend the left leg high, find length, spine high. Gaze forward, exhale, heel toe the foot through, find your low lunge, back heel stays lifted. Tent the fingertips, inhale, lift the heart. Spin the back heel flat. Exhale, find your heel to arch alignment. Warrior two, inhale, circle the arms open. Extended side angle. Exhale, find length in your right side body. Reverse triangle. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Square the hips. Exhale, draw your arms to shoulder height. Toe heel the back foot in slightly. Bump your hips back. Inhale, reach the left hand forward. Exhale, pivot the left arm down, right arm high. Stay here. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Bend the left knee. Exhale. Stabilize. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep the rib cage up and back. Maybe lift the gaze. Exhale, circle the arms, plant the palms. Flow. High to low push up, your own variation, as long as you're moving with your breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll meet there. Pause, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, rise up onto your toes. Bottom of your exhalation, gaze forward. Bend your knees. Step your feet to the wide edges of your mat for our malasana, our yogi squat. Heels in, turn the toes out, and then begin to settle your hips in between your heels. Feel free to sit on a block or a bolster or a pillow at home. Draw the elbows to the insides of your knees or thighs. Press the palms firmly together, knuckle into knuckle, fingertip into fingertip. Inhale, lift your heart to meet your thumbs. Exhale, relax your shoulders down your back. Curl your tailbone under, and then maybe roll to the outer edges of your feet. Take a deep breath here. Working on our twist, exhale, drop the right hand underneath your face. Right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Inhale, stretch the left arm high, spread the fingers wide. Option stay here or exhale. Clockwise turn of the thumb, wrap the arm around your back for your half bind. Maybe play with your full bind, wrapping the right forearm around the shin. Rest the backs of your hands to the outside of your right hip. Roll the left shoulder back, maybe lift your gaze. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, bind, release, come back to center, neutralize, press your palms together. Take a big breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. Other side, drop your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee, left hand underneath your face. Inhale, stretch the right arm high. Option, you can stay here and breathe or turn your thumb away from you. So that would be a counterclockwise. Then wrap the arm around your back. You can feel free to stay here in your half bind, rolling the right shoulder back, maybe play with your full bind. Your hands don't have to touch, your fingertips don't have to hook. You can even still play with your full bind, just resting the backs of your hands to the outside of your left hip. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. Bind, release, twist, and wind. Hands return back to center. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Option, you can rest in your child's pose or play with an inversion or an arm balance of your choice. Maybe finding your crow pose. Fingers spread nice and wide. Plant your palms shoulder width distance apart. Rotate your palms outward slightly so your index fingers point forward, and then grip with your finger pads. Lifting your hips. Roll the eyes of your elbows forward so you can bend the elbows straight back. Walking your feet towards your wrists. Bend the elbows straight back as you begin to rise up onto the balls of your feet. Begin to tuck the knees towards the armpits or squeeze them to the outsides of the triceps, creating a shelf with your triceps that you'll rest your shins on. You can stay right here. This is a perfectly beautiful crow. Maybe play with floating the toes. Maybe play with lifting the heels. Cat to shoulders. Squeeze the muscles of the chest together, lifting your heels towards your hips. Wherever you are, take the next several breaths. And then whenever you've had enough, grab a sip of water, towel off, and then we'll meet back in our child's pose. Everybody still doing good? Everyone can still hear me? Okay, awesome. Let's check one thing. Okay. We'll meet back in our child's pose. Or if you'd like, find your embryo pose. Draw your knees together, let your arms just by your side with your palms facing up. Rest your forehead, let the shoulders roll forward. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. One more time, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, rise up to your hands and knees. Tuck your toes, exhale, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Moving on, inhale, rise up onto your toes. Bottom of your exhalation, gaze forward, bend your knees nice and deep. Use your core, step, hop, or float. Top the mat, let your big toes come to touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale to your chair pose, weight in your heels. Adding on from here, exhale, hands to heart center, sit low. Spread your right toes out nice and wide. Lift the left heel, soften through the knees, and then inhale, lift the left knee towards the chest for your one-legged Tadasana. Flex the left toes towards the shin, press the palms together. Take a deep breath here. Figure 4, exhale, cross the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Let the left knee and hip open. Option, you can stay right here, practicing your balance, or exhale, begin to hinge from your hips, lowering the forearms towards your shin. Maybe stay here, maybe release the fingertips all the way down, then relax the right toes. Breathing into your hips, wherever you are, take a deep breath in. Open mouth, exhale to release heat. Bringing your hands back to heart center if they're not already there, nice and slow. Inhale, slowly begin to lift the chest. Uncross the left ankle, draw the left knee towards the chest. Always feel free to tap the toe down. Relax the right toes. Set yourself up for success. Take a deep breath here. As you exhale, baby warrior 3. Pour the heart into the thumbs as you float the left heel up and back. Soften through the right knee, gaze down. Release your fingertips and then take a big step back to your low lunge. Back heel stays lifted. Find some time here to settle in. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, lower the left knee. Option, you can keep the toes tucked or untuck the toes. Place the right hand on top of your thigh. Plant your left hand, stack it on top of your right, and then press the right knee away from you. Maybe draw the hips back slightly. Curl the tailbone under, lift the belly towards the spine, spread the right toes nice and wide, and then deepen your lunge as you let your hips move forward. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, draw your hands to heart center. Inhale, lift your heart to meet your thumbs. I'm gonna switch slides so you can see this. As you exhale, turn towards the edge of your mat. So you're turning towards the right, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, draw your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh, and then find the leverage, feel the connection, and then inhale, begin to press your palms firmly together, lifting your heart to meet your thumbs, find your revolved crescent. You can stay here and breathe, maybe open up the arms to fly, gaze can be down, out, or up. If you'd like to intensify, tuck the back toes, activate the leg by lifting the knee. As you inhale, pull the belly towards your spine. Exhale, twist, roll the right shoulder back. One more time, take a deep breath in. Exhale to twist, gaze down. Release your hands to the inside of your right foot for your runner's lunge or lizard pose. Toe heel your right foot all the way to the top right corner of your mat. You can stay active with the back toes tucked, or you can lower the knee, untuck the toes. Maybe roll to the knife edge of your right foot. Let the knee open. Maybe lower onto your forearms and your elbows as you let the head hang. Find softness through your shoulders. Relax the muscles of your face. Maybe find a gentle sway as you just begin to breathe here. Let yourself recenter. Take another deep breath in. Exhale, slow breath out. Inhale, rise up onto your palms. Exhale, begin to toe heel your right foot back to the center of your mat. Your hands frame your right foot. Half splits. Inhale, slide their hips back. Walk the fingertips underneath your shoulders, tent the palms. Flex the right toes towards the face. Inhale, pull the right hip back. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Feel free to keep the right knee soft. We'll do that 2 more times together. Inhale, draw your belly towards your spine, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale to hinge from your hips. 1 more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, slowly walk the hands forward, bend the right knee, tuck the back toes, lift the left knee for your revolved low lunge. Plant the left hand to the inside of your right foot, revolved low lunge. Inhale, reach the right arm high. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward, and then lift up through the fingertips. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, press your left heel back. 1 more big breath in. Gaze down. Exhale, float the hand down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, gaze past your left shoulder, crisscross the hands. Find your wide-legged straddle. Big toes forward or slightly pigeon-toed. Tent your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Maybe invite the weight forward into the balls of your feet. Lift your thighs. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, hinge from your hips. 2 more times. Inhale, roll to the outer edges of your feet. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. 1 more time. Inhale, pull the belly in, lengthen through the crown of your head. Exhale to fold. Stay here for a few moments. Let your head hang. Maybe find a gentle rock of the hips. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. Moving on, inhale, halfway lift. Gaze towards the front of your mat. Exhale, pivot to your low lunge. Crisscross the hands. Back heel lifts. From here, walk the hands forward, tent your fingertips. Inhale, shift your weight to your right foot, spread the toes wide. Exhale, rock your weight back, bend your left knee. Standing splits. Inhale, launch off the ball of your back foot. Exhale, let your head hang. It doesn't matter how high your left leg goes, but drop your left hip to meet the right. Perhaps gaze up towards your belly. Press down through the right heel. Keep the toes relaxed. Option, you can stay here and breathe, or Ardha Chandrasana or balancing half moon. Inhale, find a halfway lift with your chest. Tent the right fingertips underneath your face and then slightly to the outside of your right pinky toe, kind of like you're creating a kickstand. Stack the left hip over the right. Begin to draw the weight into your right fingertips. As you stack the hips, the shoulders, maybe invite the right hand, the left hand rather, to the left hips. Maybe reach the arm high. Feel free to soften through the right knee. Top foot stays active. Wherever you are, breathing here, 4, 3. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Maybe lift the top leg a little higher. Last 2. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, gaze down, release the hands. Forward fold. Left foot meets the right. Inhale, halfway lift. Open mouth, exhale to fold. Toe heel your feet, hip width distance apart. Option, peace fingers around your big toes, soften through the knees, or slide the palms underneath the soles of your feet. Find a halfway lift. Inhale, pull the collarbones apart. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Let your head hang, maybe lift through the hips. 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Draw the belly towards your spine. Exhale, fold. Let your elbows open wide. 1 more time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Stay here and breathe. Lift the shoulders away from the ears. At the same time, open up the elbows nice and wide. Maybe play with shifting your weight into the balls of your feet and then back towards your heels. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, release your toes or slide the palms of your hands out from underneath the soles of your feet. Toe heel your feet back together, big toes touch. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Open mouth, exhale, fold. Weight in your heels, inhale, find your chair pose once again. Exhale, hands to heart center, sit low. Spread your left toes wide, lift the right heel, soften through the knees, and then inhale, lift the right knee towards the chest, flex the right toes. Exhale, figure four, cross the ankle, let the right knee open. You can stay here and breathe, or exhale, begin to hinge from your hips. Keep the jaw nice and soft, let it wobble, let it shake, that's okay. Then see if you can find your stability by slowing down your breath. Rooting down to the left heel. Send your breath into the hips. Keep the core nice and strong. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Hands slowly return to heart center if they're not already there. As you inhale, begin to rise. Uncross the ankle, draw the knee into the chest. Keep the knee soft. You can always tap the toe down. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, baby warrior three. Spill the heart forward into the thumbs. At the same time, float the right heel up and back, and then begin to find some length through the crown of your head. Gaze down, bending into the left knee. Reach the fingertips all the way down. Low lunge. Exhale, take a big, big step back with your right foot. Stack your fingertips underneath your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Let the hips move forward. Exhale, lower the right knee. You can untuck the toes or keep the toes tucked, your choice. Maybe toe heel the left foot rather forward just slightly, creating a little bit more space for your hips. Left hand on top of your left thigh. Stack the right hand on top of your left, and then inhale, press the left knee away from you as you lift the heart. Maybe draw the hips back, curl the tailbone under, pull the belly towards your spine, and then let the hips move forward. Maintaining the integrity of your lower back. Inhale, circle the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center for a prayer twist. First, inhale, lift the heart to meet your thumbs, lengthen through the side bodies. As you exhale, turn towards the left. Pause once again, inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, invite the right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Relax your left toes, soften the face, and then inhale, lift the heart into the thumbs. Let your elbows open wide as you press palm into palm. Maybe draw your wrist towards your left hip. Inhale, lift your belly away from your left thigh. Exhale, maybe gaze past the left shoulder. One more time, inhale. Option, open up the arms to fly. Maybe tuck your back toes. Exhale to twist. Gaze down. Release your hands to the inside of your left foot for your runner's lunge or your lizard pose. Toe heel the left foot towards the top left corner of the mat. You can stay active in your runner's lunge or lower the knee, untuck the toes. Maybe roll to the knife edge of your left foot. Let the hip open. Stay here, or perhaps gently lower onto your forearms and your elbows. Let your head hang. Maybe close your eyes and just begin to slow down your breath here. Revolved crescent is a very powerful pose. There's lots of stuff going on. So take this opportunity to recover, to recenter, to slow down your heart, and then just breathe. Take one more big breath in. Open mouth, exhale to release your breath. Inhale, slowly begin to rise up onto your palms. Toe heel your left foot back to the center of the mat. Let your hands frame your left foot. Inhale to your half splits. Slide your hips back. Walk the fingertips underneath your shoulders. Flex the left toes. You can always keep the left knee micro bent. Now lengthen through the chest. Find a slight cow pose sensation, opening up through the heart, pulling the tailbone back. This should activate your left hamstring and the inner thigh. Take a deep breath in. Keep the spine long. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Two more times. Inhale, draw the belly in. Left hip back. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head. Pull the tailbone back. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. Pause here and breathe. Maybe let the head hang now. Find softness in the shoulders. You can wave the foot side to side, rotating from the hip joint rather than from the ankle. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. Inhale, lift the chest. Low lunge, exhale, walk your hands forward, tuck the back toes, lift the right knee. Plant the right hand to the inside of your left foot for a revolved low lunge. Right shoulder towards the left knee. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Lifting up through the wrist, reaching through the fingertips, and then roll the left shoulder back. Lift the back of the right knee, lengthen through the crown of your head. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, gaze down, float your left hand down. Returning to your low lunge. Pause, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, gaze to your right, crisscross your hands, and then find your wide-legged straddle on this side. Toes forward or slightly pigeon-toed. Hi, guys. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, hinge from your hips. You can stay here and breathe. If you'd like to find an inversion, you have the space around you. Feel free to move to a wall, maybe practice your tripod or tripod headstand, or you can just stay as you are. Rolling to the outer edges of your feet, lifting the thighs away from your knees, find engagement. Maybe walk the hands forward, shifting the weight to the balls of your feet as you stack your hips in line with your heels and your ankles. As you inhale, lift the belly towards your spine. As you exhale, hinge from your hips. Imagine that you're hanging over a bar across your hips. One more time, take a deep breath here. Exhale to fold. Moving on, tent the palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, rise to your halfway lift. Gaze past the left shoulder. Exhale, pivot to your low lunge. Lift the right heel, tent the palms as you walk them forward. Inhale, shift the weight forward into your left foot. Exhale, rock the weight back, bend your right knee. Left toes are light. Inhale to your standing splits. Ground down through your left heel. Let the head hang. Maybe gaze up towards your belly. Lifting the right toe as high as you can, but drop the right hip to meet the left. Options stay here and breathe, or Ardha Chandrasana, or balancing half moon. Inhale, find a halfway lift. Tent the left fingertips underneath your face, and then slightly to the outside of your left pinky toe. Stack your right hip over the left, start there, and then begin to send the weight into your left fingertips. The left thumb will help you balance, as well as the left big toe. Maybe right hand to the right hip, maybe right arm high. Imagine lengthening through the crown of your head, pressing back to the heel or toe, lifting through the right fingertips, breathing here, 4, 3. Roll the right shoulder back, last 2. Take one more deep breath here. Gaze down, release your hands, forward fold, right foot meets the left. Inhale to your halfway lift. Open mouth, exhale, fold. One more time, take a deep breath here. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Slowly begin to bend the knees, lower your hips towards your heels, tent the fingertips, and then go ahead and take a seat. Finding our Baddha Konasana, our butterfly pose, soles of the feet come together. Let your knees open. For a more active pose, heels towards the midline. Let the knees open wide, or draw the knees away from you. Find a wide or long butterfly. Lengthen through the crown of your head, draw the belly up and in, and as you exhale, hinge from your hips. 2 more times together. Inhale, draw the belly in, lengthen. Exhale to fold. One more time. Inhale, lengthen through your heart. Now exhale, fold, hinge from your hips, and then let yourself round. Find softness in your upper body. Take a deep breath here. Exhale, slow breath out. Inhale, slowly begin to rise up. Begin to shift your weight to your right hip. Sweep the left leg behind you for your half pigeon. Tent your palms, square off your hips, maybe tuck the back toes. And then find some softness here as you settle into your right hip. Maybe gaze past your right shoulder, breathing into the left side body, the IT band, the outer hip, the hip flexor. Coming back to center, you have the option to stay here, or if you would like, slowly begin to walk the hands forward, resting on your forearms and your elbows. Let your head hang. As you relax the back of your neck, at the same time, you don't have to move, but imagine lengthening through your heart. Relax the muscles of your face. Let yourself just breathe here. Long, slow inhalations. Long, slow exhalations. One more time, take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, slowly begin to rise back up onto your hands. Shift your weight to your right hip. Swing the left leg forward, up and over. Shift your weight to your left hip, and then sweep the right leg behind you. Tent your fingertips as you find your half pigeon on the left side. Feel free to shift and move, maybe lift your hips. Create the space to find squareness. Take some time here to settle in. Let your right leg lengthen behind you. Maybe gaze past the left shoulder, let the right hip drop. Feel free to stay here, or if you would like, you can slowly surrender onto your forearms and your elbows. Let this side be whatever it wants to be, without any force, without any judgment. Just let yourself become an observer here. Rather than being reactionary, let yourself respond by deepening your breath. Soften through the shoulders. Soften the space behind the eyes, your forehead, your temples. Take one more deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, slowly begin to rise. Shift your weight to your left hip. Sweep the right leg in front of you, extend through the legs. Arms reach forward, palms in, thumbs up. Inhale, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders down the back, flex the toes towards the face, and then exhale, begin to slowly hinge back. Once you release your exhalation, inhale once again. Then as you exhale, slowly begin to lower as many times as you need to until you release all the way down onto your back. Hug the knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant your feet hip width distance apart for one set of either bridge or wheel. If you're comfortable with wheel, feel free to move right into it. I'll talk us through bridge. Arms just by your side with your palms down. Begin to walk your heels towards your hips as close as you can. Turn the big toes in slightly. Maybe reach your middle fingers. Let them graze the heels. You can always robot the arms, bend the elbows, palms in, fingertips up. First, take an open mouth, exhalation to release your breath. Press down to the heels, inhale to lift your hips. Your toes are light. Maybe shimmy onto the tops of your shoulders, rock the weight side to side so you can draw the shoulder blades together behind your back. Maybe find a supported bridge, hands to your hips. Maybe interlace the fingers, press the bones of your arms down. Maybe take another shimmy side to side as you draw the arms towards the midline. Perhaps lift all 10 toes, and then just press the big toe down. All other 4 toes stay lifted. Inhale, lift your hips towards the sky. As you exhale, root down to the heels, and then send your heart towards the back of the mat. Imagine that you're puffing up your chest. Take another deep breath here. Exhale, release the hands, slowly lower the hips all the way down. Then draw the feet together, find your reclined butterfly pose. Slowly let your knees open wide. Relax the shoulder blades out from underneath you, let them separate, and then rest your hands wherever's comfortable, perhaps on your hips, maybe one hand over the belly, one hand over the heart. For a passive heart opener, you can find a cactus with your palms facing the sky. Let the arches of your feet separate. Let the knife edges of your feet come together. Perhaps close your eyes here and then just let yourself breathe. Long, slow inhalations. Feel the heart rise. Open mouth, exhale. Finding release, finding softness. One more time, take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Invite your hands to the outsides of the thighs. Guide the knees back together. Take a moment, neutralize, hug both knees into your chest. Take another deep breath here. As you exhale, let the arms open wide like a T or cactus. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let your knees fall to either side, right or left, your choice. Maybe shift your hips down the center of your mat. Gaze can stay neutral, or perhaps turn the gaze away from your knees. Invite both shoulder blades to rest back into your mat. So if one shoulder feels like it's lifting, slide the other shoulder blade out from underneath you, and then see if both shoulder blades can settle back down. Let the palms of your hands soften. Relax your fingers. Maybe play with a variation. You can straighten the top leg, perhaps cross it all the way up and over. Sending the breath down the entire length of your spine, from the crown of your head all the way to the sacrum, your lower back. Maybe feeling release to the outside of the hip, the IT band. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. On your inhalation, let the knees return back to center. Take as much time to neutralize, or if you'd like, let your exhalation carry the knees to the other side. Finding your spinal twist. Maybe slide the opposite shoulder blade out from underneath you. Maybe turn the gaze. Feel free to shift and move. Maybe stack your hips. Perhaps close your eyes here. Begin to let yourself just breathe. Letting go of any effort. Let the muscles begin to relax. Letting gravity in your breath to begin to take over from here. Nothing left for you to do. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale slowly, let the knees return back to center. Take a moment to neutralize, hug both knees into your chest. So if there's any last shape, one last pose that you're craving that would help you feel complete in your practice, feel free to take the next several moments, maybe finding your happy baby, maybe finding your shoulder stand into plow, into deaf man's, maybe a dead bug's pose. Feeling the effects of gravity, letting yourself simply hang in space. Or maybe just stretching and moving into something that feels good to you, even though it doesn't have a yoga name. Let yourself do whatever your body feels like. And then whenever you're ready, begin to unfold, finding the shape, the space, and the support that you would like for your final Shavasana. Take up as much space as you'd like, maybe all the way to the wide edges of your mat or beyond. Let your heels grow heavy, let your toes fall open. Your palms face the sky, and then we'll close out our practice just as we began with 3 cleansing breaths. First, open mouth, exhale to release your breath, let it go. Take a deep breath in, fill up your belly, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, exhale. 2 more times, inhale, feel the sides of your rib cage expand, lifting the center of your heart. Open mouth, exhale, let the breath go. 1 more time, inhale, breathe into your fingertips, breathe into your toe tips, all the way to the crown of your head. Then open mouth, exhale. Release control of your breath. Let yourself rest. Final Shavasana, just rest. Slowly, gently let yourself begin to reawaken. Begin by deepening your breath, letting it be the tether that draws you back. Perhaps wiggle your fingers and your toes, or maybe circle your ankles and your wrists. Feel free to rest just as you are. If it would feel good on your next inhalation, stretch your arms up overhead, draw your legs together, point your toes, take a full body stretch. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale, bend the knees into your chest. Exhale, let yourself roll to either side, right or left, your choice. Letting your knees, hips, and your shoulders stack. Use the bottom arm as a pillow. Take a moment here, let the ground support you as you feel your power, your strength, your beauty, and your grace. Take a deep breath here. Open mouth, exhale. On your next inhalation, slowly, gently use your hands to guide yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Whatever shape or form that may take for you. Let your spine begin to lengthen. Find softness in your shoulders. You can rest your palms on your knees or thighs, or unite the hands, connect your thumbs to heart center. Together, let's take an open mouth, exhalation to release our breath. Take a big breath here. Open mouth, exhale to release the breath, let it go. Inhale, we lift our thumbs to our third eye, center of the forehead. The light within me truly recognizes, honors, and celebrates the light that shines in each of you wonderful yogis at home. Though we are apart, we are still together in our practice. Bowing down as we